Three, two, talk. Welcome to Fortem Talk. We are back. It's been a little while. My name's Nick, here with Josh. At CrossFit Fortem, we train for life. That means bringing your groceries inside in one trip is the only option. Doesn't matter if it's Costco, Sprouts, random trip to CVS. One trip only.
It's true. I do that every time, even if my pinkies fall off.
Oh, absolutely. You just strap them on and it's a farmer carry, a heavy one.
See, it's in my judgment though, because especially when you go to Costco and then they don't have boxes, and then
Oh, that's the worst.
That's a different kind. That's not farmer carry. That's more like sandbag carry.
Yeah, definitely. Odd object.
But then I think the last time I dropped our pickles all over the place.
You shattered a jar of pickles?
Well, it was plastic.
Oh gosh, that's my nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, we saved most of them, but that was me trying to bring everything in one. But you do train to be able to do that.
Exactly. All right, man. So we're gonna talk today mostly about the workout CHAD and hero workouts in general. You and I were having a conversation about this that I think will be helpful for people to understand a little bit more about hero workouts. And I think they're different, they're unique, and there's some really cool purpose behind them that a lot of people don't think about.
Yeah. Heroes, there's tons of them. Going beyond the whiteboard app, and you just filter heroes. I was doing that this week when we were trying to figure out what we were going to do on Tuesday for a workout, and there are so many of them. And they're very interesting and unique workouts. A lot of times you'll like the rep scheme, you'll be like, whoa, that's not usual. And we'll get into why that is.
Yeah.
I love a good hero WOD.
Yeah. Why don't we define what a hero WOD is actually? So hero workouts there's like an officially recognized set of hero workouts. And that's not set in stone. New ones are created and added to that. Mm-hmm. Official set kind of recognized by CrossFit.com, which the CrossFit community has kind of taken on as like, these are the official ones. Lots of gyms do different workouts dedicated to different people. But these ones are unique in that they're kind of carried around the world to different gyms, and people around the world perform them. Mm-hmm. They're dedicated to servicemen and women in armed forces, fire, police, first responders of all kinds, military, and there's just a huge array of types of individuals that workouts are dedicated to, and they're people who have passed away a lot of times in the line of their service, at a great cost to their families and communities. So right there, just by understanding what a hero workout is, you're like, oh, okay, so this has some weight to it. It's not just like my typical Tuesday workout, which is cool. There's a little bit of purpose behind it, right?
Yep.
The general vibe that you get from a hero workout is something really difficult. That doesn't necessarily mean every hero workout is like an hour long and a bazillion reps or crazy heavy or whatever. There's all sorts of variety to it, the same way there's all sorts of variety to all CrossFit workouts. But in general, they're gonna be a notch more difficult in some regard, whether that's they are longer, maybe it's a longer workout, maybe it's a pretty heavy workout, or high skill, or sometimes it's just a super intense short workout. That's true for some heroes as well.
Yeah, I think and that's by design, right?
Yeah, totally. The response that hero workouts should elicit is bringing a little bit of extra effort and fight to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Let's go ahead.
every Hero WOD I've ever done, I've kind of felt that weight. Um, and I think most people do too. And we'll kind of dive into the reason why that is. But um, I think if you've never done a hero workout, I would, man, I wonder, I should poll everyone in the gym how many they, maybe they logged them or not, but wondering how many people or how many hero WODs you've done. That'd be a cool question to ask.
Yeah, we should find out that number for ourselves.
I know.
Many of them. And I'm sure for the most part, I'm sure some people have done at least one.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we said, it's because there's this kind of specific person, specific story in mind behind the workout. You kind of take the approach of like, okay, you're honoring this person by doing something really hard and difficult with your utmost effort, knowing that it is just a small microcosm of what this person might have experienced or what their community must have felt like to lose them. And it's just a way for us as CrossFitters to honor them. And it's a cool thing to not just do the workout as if it's, just a regular day, but to really try and push yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the one that comes to mind, the most popular one I think we all know is Murph. Right? If you ever seen the story of lone survivor, Michael Murphy, that's the one we do on Memorial Day. That's a very popular one, and seems like we do them a lot on holidays. I think that's the trend, right? When we have a holiday workout, usually we'll pick a hero to go after, do it with people. But yeah, I think
a patriotic holidays all kind of lean towards that, and it's a great occasion to throw down on a hero workout for sure.
I remember it wasn't too long ago the Hot Shots incident, right? The firefighter. A lot of times we think military, but Hot Shots 19. I remember when that happened, when those firefighters lost their lives, and they came out with Hot Shots 19, and I remember doing that workout for the first time after that happened, and I think it's just a cool thing to get together. CrossFit in general, right? What we do is we work out together.
Yeah.
You can do CrossFit alone. You can do it in your garage. But the power of it is definitely doing it next to someone. And that adds another layer when you're doing something in memory or honoring someone who either sacrificed their life in the line of duty or lost their life serving a community or us. It's just very powerful.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, cool. Okay, so with all that context, let's talk about Chad. So Chad went down last Saturday, just a little bit ago. And man, so Chad is 1,000 box step ups 4 time. On paper, looks so simple. In a lot of ways, boring. But a really unique workout, and I think most people don't really grasp what it's like until you actually do it. So this was your first year doing Chad, right? First time doing Chad.
Yeah, first time. How many years has it been out now? Has it been a couple years now?
Not too many, maybe maybe
4 or 5.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I what was it like for you?
Yeah. When you think of just a single modality workout, 1,000 reps, it was very monotonous. I've listened to a lot of things actually of people who've done it for the first time or did it just in podcasts in general since Veterans Day, and everyone's kind of talking about their experience of it. And I think knowing Chad's story before I did it added a lot more to it. Knowing that he committed suicide, right? He served and then ended up committing suicide. And thinking about just something, I think after the first 100 reps I did, I was like, whoa, this is gonna take a long time. I was in my mind like, yeah, it's gonna be an hour workout, and I've done 20-minute AMRAPs, 30-minute AMRAPs, 40-minute EMOMs, but nothing compared to this. I would say this is the hardest thing I've done in a very, very long time that I can
Yeah.
remember. That I can remember. But we did it on Saturday here at the gym. Great turnout. Lots of people. Whether you did it partner, you did 500, or you did 500 straight by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you did RX with the 45 to 20 inch for the guys, 35 to 20 inch for the ladies, or you did weight vest 20, whatever it may have been, I think everyone had kind of the same feeling. Like once you get 300 in, you have 700 more to go. Like how am I gonna do? Like I want to sit down and quit. I think that kind
Yeah.
of crossed my mind a couple of times. Like I just want to be done.
Yeah. I experienced the same thing with that for sure. This year was my second time doing the workout. I did it last year. Both times I did it just by myself in my backyard. Just threw a ruck on, had a box out there, and just slogged it out.
Yeah.
And there's definitely my experience both times is just with intense, intrusive thoughts of the most negative things. And I don't usually experience that in workouts, like
Yeah.
day-to-day things. But like you're saying, like a literal thought of like, I could just quit this right now. Like I could just stop. And I think actually, so we mentioned Chad Wilkinson committed suicide. October 29th, 2018 is when that happened. And they attribute it to the effects of numerous deployments, several TBIs, blast wave injuries, and PTSD. So clearly a veteran who struggled with all the things that he experienced mentally, like that just kind of tormented him in his mind. And I think the unique nature of this workout is you kind of get a sense of what that maybe might be like, except for you it's so inconsequential. Like it's just a workout. It's just step ups to a box, and
Yeah.
sure, you probably could actually quit, but to kind of think of, man, what it's like to feel like your thoughts are just kind of out of your control, or like negative, and just you can't break out of it. I think it's a really unique workout to like tie what you're doing physically to something really, really difficult mentally.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because a lot, when we come together on a holiday, we read the story of the person that we're doing the workout for, or in memorial of, or who it's made after. We usually say like, hey, when it gets hard, remember that what they went through was really hard, and you can kind of think about that. And I don't think I've ever in a workout necessarily thought of the actual person. Like when I'm doing like usually when the clock goes, like you start thinking about the reps that you got to do, right? The run that you got to go do, and then things like that. But I feel like in this one, there was a couple times I even talked about it with Lauren Bailey before the workout, thinking about how it's so monotonous, and how you can just keep doing a step up, but like you said, those intrusive thoughts is like, man, I need to sit down. I need to take a break. I need to, right? It's like it's it's very interesting that they made it this workout, right? A single movement that's not hard. We do it every day. We step up, and it's kind of like you just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep, even when it's getting hard. And I thought multiple times about Chad and, like, man, what he was going through had to be so hard, way harder than these step ups. So it kind of pushed me of like, hey, you can keep going. And looking around the room, I think I looked at Tommy Owen one time during the middle workout, and I was dying. Like, I think my heart rate was zone 4 for 41 minutes. That's what my whoop said. But Tommy just looked at me. He's like, he went like this, and he's like, "Hey, I'm here." Saw Lauren across the room, David Miles straight in front of me, everybody else too, but just the people kind of right next to me because I was very tunnel vision. But this just kept me going. But it was hard.
Yeah.
It was rough to keep going, and especially when you weren't barely even halfway, and you're like, man, I gotta do this all again, and you're tracking how long 100's taking you, and it was powerful. I think, and I think I would encourage. Hey, we're gonna do this again. I want to do it again. I want to schedule it again, but hopefully this, by talking about it, hopefully it doesn't scare you. Hopefully it more empowers you to give it a shot, even if you do 500. But I do think it's something that mentality as CrossFitters, right? When we train, yeah, we train our body to get fitter. We train to be able to do crazy things with our body and have metabolic conditioning that's really good and get stronger. A lot of times we don't think about our mind as much and doing hard things. And this was a hard thing.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
No, yeah. No one should be deterred at trying it by what we're describing. And especially like, obviously there's people that did it in teams of 2 and 3, and that's appropriate for just about everyone.
Yeah.
When you get to the point where you're like physically capable of doing the full 1,000, I don't actually think necessarily that like it is the most difficult workout physically. It's the mental side of it too.
100%.
Yeah, and actually something that's kind of interesting that I noticed as well is that because you're literally counting for that long, like otherwise you will lose track and have no idea where you're at. You can't even like zone out and listen to music or like you actually have to stay focused too, which is
you do, because you don't want to miss.
Man.
You don't want to miss a rep.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. Jackie did it. Jackie wasn't able to be at the gym, but she did it in the backyard. And this is kind of something that I was thinking too. Is honestly, it's not about your time. Like, it's gonna take you a long time, no matter what, whatever version you do. It's gonna. This workout is way bigger than yourself. That's kind of the realization I had of like, oh, I wanna, maybe I'll get sub 1 hour or whatever it may be. It's just something that it was really cool to just come all together as a gym community and get warmed up for, be a little nervous for, rightly so, and then just all of a sudden, just 3, 2, 1, go. We're all just doing the same thing. We're all suffering together for a good cause, which there is actually, they started a foundation for Chad's wife, I think, right?
Yeah.
Chad's wife.
It's called the Step Up Foundation.
Yeah. And it's for suicide prevention.
Yeah.
Right. And you can give money to that foundation. But I just, it was just so, after doing it, I was like, I understand the benefit of doing this. Maybe you might be sore. My calves are pretty sore after for a little, like maybe a day, but it went away. But it pales into comparison of what, veterans and service members and they go through on the daily doing their job.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Cool, man. And yeah, so Chad is one example of this broader category of hero workouts. So hopefully the next time you see one of these on the board, you have this kind of context and you can kind of see them in a different light.
Yeah.
I think this will be a tradition for CrossFit Fortem from here on, and it'll be something to really look forward to. Maybe, once it starts to get closer and closer to Veterans Day on the calendar, do a little bit of preparation for it. It's not the worst idea to, train the movement pattern a little bit, but just know for sure that it's the nerves beforehand, the mental grind, and the just kind of battle in your own head is really what the workout's about.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So, do you have any hero workouts that come to mind as like some of the craziest ones you've ever done?
Yep. I think it's called Manion.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 7 rounds?
Is that the run 400 meters and back squats?
Yep, 7 rounds, 400-meter run, 29 back squats at 135, and don't be fooled by 135 because
Oh
that
yeah, that
workout
workout's
was
killer.
that workout was one. That was a really hard one that I've done. Um,
I'll
we
see
just,
if you remember this one. Do you
yeah,
remember 1775?
yeah, where you have to take the barbell.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
craziest
that's
workout.
crazy.
So
Yes.
this workout is a 1 hour workout, also actually, and so this one is in honor of the founding of the United States Army. So in honor of its soldiers, and it's written up as their unwavering dedication to national defense, which is
Yeah.
so very, very true. And it's 1 hour, as many rounds as possible, 17 power cleans, 75 squats, air squats, and then you take the barbell and you take one plate off it and you take it 200 meters away,
Yeah.
and then you have to run back and you take the other plate and you bring it back to 200 meters. You grab the barbell and you take it back. So you have to like disassemble your barbell, move it 200 meters away, and then keep doing this workout.
I
Man, that
will
was that was
never.
an experience like no other to do that one.
Did we do it together?
I believe
Did
so.
we do it
I
at
kind
the
of
old
remember doing that
Ontario
too.
clinic? And
Yes,
we were
that's
like
that's
on
my
the
memory of it.
we were on the street. We were basically on the street and on the sidewalk.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, I remember that. That is I mean, not very could I don't know if we could do it here. This is not very safe by the 200-meter mark. Um,
Yeah, we would have to get creative with where exactly you're taking your barbell.
you'd probably have to do like shuttles, like back and
Yeah,
forth. That's a really cool workout, though. Honestly, I
it is
do
very
that.
cool.
That was awesome. Yeah, there's more. I mean, I think another one that I remember is we just did one. Actually, one of my favorite ones, Donnie. I think
Great
we did
workout.
it.
Yeah.
I don't. That was recently. Where it goes 21, 15, 9, 9, or is it the other way? No, 21, 1, 9.
Yeah.
Repeat the 9 back up to 21.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one was tough. Burpees or deadlifts and burpees, regular burpees. One of my
Yep,
favorite ones.
that's
I
a
don't know
great
if you
one.
remember this one. It's muscle ups and burpees.
Hmm. Yeah.
What's that one called?
Yeah.
It's like
It's a
seven,
lot.
seven muscle ups, 21 burpees. Four
Yeah.
rounds, 5 rounds.
Yeah, sometimes placing the names is tough. Um this is a crazy one as well. Do you remember Scooter?
What is it?
So this workout starts with a max weight partner deadlift. You have 5 minutes to do a max partner deadlift, and then go right into a 30-minute AMRAP of 30 double unders, 15 pull-ups, 15 push-ups, and you sprint 100 meters.
Wow.
Um, yeah, really cool workout. I remember I did this with Sam Woodman. Shout out to Sam if he ever
Good old
listens to the
Sam.
listen to the podcast. We partner deadlifted 823 pounds, so that was pretty cool.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah. Man, so many good ones. Yeah, if you're ever
Daniel, I don't
curious,
know if you
go to
remember Daniel.
CrossFit.com.
Daniel's a good one.
Hmm. Yeah, there's some classics
So
that have
many
been
good
around a
ones.
long time, and then some just really obscure ones like the ones I'm pointing out, of course. Great, man. Okay,
Awesome.
so next on the calendar, next time you see a here a holiday or a hero workout, hopefully this helps you approach it in the right way, um, get your mindset right, and jump in and participate. If you saw Chad and were like, I've seen workouts that look more fun, I'm gonna go do something else that day. Um, think about the why behind it, first of all, the why behind it, and then like Josh said, don't discount this mental training opportunity. Like that is so beneficial to jump into something that scares you a little bit, that is going to challenge your mind. That is a huge part of why we do CrossFit, why we train in this way. And hero workouts are an opportunity to just like turn that dial up even a little bit higher.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I could talk about the mental aspect of CrossFit forever. And I think then that's what we mean train with life, right? We train with life, yes, in the way of like doing functional things outside the gym, but also we know that life is everything but predictable. And when you train your mind and when you do hard things in the gym, you get in this right in this habit of facing hard things. Working out is hard. Working out isn't easy. Even like people look at me and say, "Oh, I bet you love working out all the time." And sometimes like last thing I want to do is a workout. Because working out, it like getting ready to do a workout, you're tired, whatever it may be, whatever circumstances are going around on in your life. Sometimes it's just to get to the gym and do a workout. It's like the last thing you want to do. It's hard. When you get there, it is hard, but no one regrets doing a hard workout. Once you're done, you're like, man, I am so glad that I did that. Because one, you feel like you did something, but two, in your mind, you leveled up, right? You did something, you pushed through something that you thought you couldn't do before, or, strength comes from doing something that you weren't able to do before. So hard workouts, don't be scared of them, especially hero workouts, because it is for a purpose. Hero workouts or non-hero workouts, whatever it may be, keep continuing to sharpen your mind when you do them. That's what we do.
Let's go. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode of Fortem Talk. Like, subscribe, share it around, and catch you next time. Keep training for life.